Hi, I'm CJ Altenberg with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. We appreciate you tuning in this morning. So today we're going to go over a used trailer. So if you look out there on the market, if you're in the market for a 5-horse, you're going to be hard pressed to find one. There's not very many of them out there available today. So behind me is a 2013 4-star 5-horse Gooseneck. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we get some of these used trailers in. So we do take trade-ins here on our new Cimarrons and Logans, and then obviously on our used inventory as well, but we also buy trailers. So if you've got a trailer sitting around you want to turn into some cash, give us a call. We'll be able to put together a buy bid for you. It's a real easy process. That way you're not having to deal with any tire kickers and people coming to your place and dealing with all the questions and pictures and everything you got to deal with. Very simple process. Now, let's talk about this 5-horse. So when we bring a trailer in on trade or we buy a trailer, we put it through our shop. Now, since this trailer is a non-living quarters, we don't put it through our household shop on our RV side. It'll only go through the chassis side. So what we do is we look at tires kind of first and foremost. This trailer came in with fairly good tires, but they didn't match. So we want a matching set on the ground for you. So this has a brand new set of 14-ply tires under it. We'll take it to the acid wash, give it a good bath, get it all cleaned up, and then we put it through the shop. One of the very first things we do is we realign every single used trailer. They're no different in passenger vehicles, rough roads, potholes, curbs, dropping it off of a 2-lane highway. I mean, things do happen and can knock these trailers out of alignment, which causes tire issues, that causes blowouts for you. So we realign every trailer, and then we go through and we'll check everything out to make sure everything's in working, function, everything safety is automatic. And then from there, we'll go through and say, hey, is there a ripped up pad on a divider that needs to be replaced? Do we need to fix some wall matting? I mean, we try to go through these trailers as best we can. It is not a new trailer, and we're not gonna paint that picture. It is not new, because it is used. But we're gonna try to get them as road ready and functioning for you in as best condition as we can here at Transwest. So again, a 2013 4-star 5-horse Gooseneck. I'm going to give you some specs on it really quick here. 25 foot on the floor. It is 7 foot wide. This is 7'6" tall. So if you are looking for an oversized trailer as far as height goes, you need that extra height for some warm bloods, or you just got some taller horses that you need that. This is 7'6", so it does have that added height to it. Let's take a look at it. Again, this trailer came in really good condition, really well cared for. Front dressing room first and foremost here. So as you can see on the tack door, we've got 2 brush trays. And then as we step in here, a good size tack room here. You've got a removable post back here in the corner. This is a 3-tier at this one. Behind it would be a really good place to put a corner water tank, because this is, really some wasted space back here. Those corner water tanks fit really well. The big thing is just having a hose with the ball valve is what I would do. That way you could just kind of toss it in the trailer, but then you can turn it off with that ball valve. But that's wasted space. We can add that corner water tank in here. You've got the carpet on the floor, carpet on the Gooseneck deck, and the wall itself. Up over here to the right, you've got a clothes bar, so you can hang some clothes. With it being 7'6", I mean, there's definitely a lot of room in this Gooseneck area here. By having that added height in here, you've got your windows, so if you wanted to throw a mattress, throw a bedroll, something like that in there, you can see out and you can get a cross breeze through here. LED light in here. You do have some hooks on this partition wall. Not a lot. We could always go in and add some more to this trailer if you'd like. But a good front tack setup here. Again, good size, so if you need to carry some extra stuff in there, you have the floor space for it. On driver's side, I've got all the drop windows down, so you can see those all down. You see the jail bars. These aren't prefab windows. I'm not a fan of prefab windows where there's no, true framework around the window itself, but this does have framework around it. A nice good seal to it. You do have an access door here on this very first stall. You see the chest bar that goes across. I'll show you a little bit more of what's on the stall here in a few minutes. But again, a good way to hop in and access everything there. But you can create a lot of airflow throughout this trailer by having these drop windows, bigger drop windows when you get into these framed windows compared to the prefab. You know, the prefab are usually about this size right here. So more than likely that would be your opening if you went with that. But the jail bars, they will come down as well. You've got load light. There are those two 7,000-pound axles, 16-inch wheels. You see the simulators. So there's a steel wheel with the simulator on the outside. We do have the tool to remove these in the brush tray of this front tack room. But again, a brand new set of Hercules 14-ply tires. You know, this is a 5-horse. So, you know, when it came in, it actually had 10 plies on it. When we get into these little bit bigger trailers, in my opinion, I like to upgrade the tires. I mean, you're putting a good amount of weight on here. You know, let's just go ahead and keep everybody safe. A little bit higher quality tire, you know, a little bit higher speed rating as well on them. But I really like going on with a 14 ply on this size of a trailer. You could get away with that 10 that it came with. I mean, that's how the factory built it. A 12, but again, a 14 ply on this one here. As we get to the back, you'll notice we've got a 60-40 setup as far as our rear doors. So 40% is on that rear tack right there, and then the 60% is over here accessing the actual stall area. But as you can see, that is a folding rear tack. There's an additional removable post with 2 saddle racks. We've got our 3 up in the front tack, 2 back here for it being a 5-horse. 2 more brush trays on the door. Kind of a smaller, you know, blanket pole rack there on the door itself. More hooks on the inside. But if you wanted to, we could actually remove that post and collapse that rear tack down. This post does remove. So if you needed a kind of a straight shot at something, maybe you wanted to haul some toys in this or something like that, we can actually remove that post and then reinstall it to actually shut the rear doors. And then over here, you know, jumping in the stall area, you've got your butt bar with a pad that goes across and hooks in. I've got all the dividers actually clipped back right now. So as you can see, you know, you can clip everything back, start loading horses, not having to hold those dividers back. I'll go ahead and unclip this first one here, because this very first one is a stud divider. So again, with having that access, if you're not hauling 5 head every time, you're hauling 3, 4 head, you could use this as some additional storage on this trailer, still be able to access it. You know, from that access door itself, we're not having to worry about items getting underneath horses in transit. And then there's also triangle feeders in each stall of this trailer, so you can remove those if you'd like as well. And then we've got some roof vents throughout this, and then again 7/6 tall, so we have that added height in here again if we've got some warm bloods or bigger size horses. So what we typically notice is when trailers come in, like this one here with it being used, I mean, you've got your rubber kick mat. This is a very common thing that we see, but we'll notice, you know, as a horse sits here, they get their heel against here, and boy, they just dig into that rubber and they just get through it. So there's a couple places where we patched it. We try to go up a little bit higher. We try to get a little height to it because we don't want it too low to where basically they can just get their heel right on this possible lip right here that we're seeing and just push it down. So we try to go in and kind of fix some of those areas. You'll also notice there are no rubber mats in this trailer. This customer had gone in and put worm flooring in. I am a huge fan of worm flooring on all aluminum trailers. It's permanent, it's unpenetrable, so it's real easy to muck out, power wash out, and again, most importantly is we don't have to mess with mats. It is miserable having to mess with those and getting those pulled out back in to where here it's real easy to power wash. I would nose this trailer up personally, and then I'd hop through that access door with a power washer and just blow everything out the back. So again, we're just letting gravity kind of take hold for us. But again, a really good stall area there. Again, a lot of tack setups in this. I do like, you know, I understand down here at ground level that these saddle racks might be a touch high, but what it does is it gives us the ability to put some extra stuff down low here. How 4-Star does theirs is they actually weld theirs on, so those aren't adjustable pads. So, you know, they're there. So having them up a little bit higher, yeah, you got to get some saddles up there. Figure out which saddles are the lightest and put them back here, and then your other ones up front. But you get that floor space to put some additional items back here. Muck buckets, maybe some bale of hay, you can throw some shavings, anything like that back here in this area. You've got a load light at the back as well. And then over here on the driver's side, we touched on it just briefly on the other side, drop windows. So over here, they actually kind of staggered how they did on the tail side. So we have a drop window at 1, 3, and 5, and bus windows at 2 and 4. So we can still get a lot of airflow through here by having these drop windows, and those are bigger bus windows as well. So again, we can create and manipulate airflow with those two-way roof vents in there, drop windows on the head side, drop windows and bus windows on the back, and then a window on the back door. You can create kind of a tunnel through there. So again, this is a used trailer. I mean, I think they were mismatched because she did have a tire issue at one point. We just straightened this out and tried to buff it up best we could. But again, we're not going to paint a picture of this as a perfect, you know, in condition trailer. It wasn't completely tore up to where we felt the need to replace it. But, you know, I mean, there's going to be a couple little dings and dents here and there throughout the trailer. But we want to be straight with you on how it is. Again, a 2013 4-Star. I'll show you here really quick as we're getting in here. This does have a manual crank jack underneath it. And then there's our spare tire located to the left of it. Now, if you wanted to swap that out for a hydraulic jack, we can do that here. You know, we would have to find a battery box or locate the battery in that tack room, but you can upgrade. Our parts department can do that. Maybe you want a rear ramp on this trailer, we can do that. A hay rack, all those items can be taken care of after the fact here through our service and parts departments. But again, 2013 4-Star, 5-horse. Stock number is 5U211265. Again, this is a 7.6 tall trailer. So again, if you're looking for some extra height, there's not a lot of those trailers out there on the market right now, and there's not a lot of 5-horses available. So give us a call. Anybody on the sales team can help you out. Our number is 303-684-3400. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.